All right, we're back. Staying on schedule. That's what's up.
Yeah, is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, every 2 weeks, just like we're playing. This is Performance Academy podcast, episode 6.
Around there.
Six.
6, yeah.
For sure 6. My name is Zach.
And I'm
Co-host. Co-host Josh.
Joe Josh. Joe Josh. I'm Joe Josh.
What?
I'm co-host Josh.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get into it. We have even less planned probably than last week.
Yeah.
So we're just really falling apart, but
we're staying on schedule.
we're staying on schedule. So we'll just
Glass half full.
as we do, we'll just start with our fitness. Would you like to start?
Sure.
I feel like you've been slacking.
I've not been slacking.
No. That's I lied. You've been running, swimming.
I have been, yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
this is kind of 3 weeks in of me changing up my schedule, my workout schedule. So I've just kind of been like working in some running, swimming. This week I worked in some interval training as well. So that was kind of a little bit different.
What kind of intervals?
I was doing quarter mile intervals,
Running
Yeah.
intervals.
and then I was resting for what was it? 2 times the length it took me to run it.
2 times.
Yeah, twice as long as it took me to do
So
it.
1 to 2 ratio.
Yeah,
Yeah, I told you to do those.
yeah, it was in
Taking my advice.
it was in the packet as well. So I did that, and the
Mm.
next day I was pretty beat though from it as well because I did some labor work that day as well, and then I ran. So I just kind of felt beat the next day.
Yeah, that's tough. When
So,
when you do some physical labor type stuff and
Yeah.
also try and work out, you just beat.
Especially because it's a new type of workout too.
Mhm.
That repeated bout effect hasn't really kicked in. So I've just kind of been working in all the different types of training that I'm gonna do in the program. Hopefully this week I'll have a full week that I every single day, Monday through Friday, I hit everything I need. But I've just kind of been doing a little bit of strength training, some calisthenics, and some
modifying.
Yeah, I've just been very light, working in the swimming. I finally feel the swim technique that I was working on yesterday for the first time. I felt like I kind of got it down.
What technique?
The combat side stroke.
Mm.
So that's feeling good. And then I'm just gonna try to hit a couple strength days, 2. One day push ups and pull ups, whatnot. 2 days of running, and hopefully 3 days of swimming. We'll see if I can get that all in this week.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I've been doing 3 days of swimming too, or at least trying to.
Yeah, I figure I gotta at least get 3 days of swimming in to really have that dialed in because I'm a pretty naturally decent runner. I'm going to still run, obviously, but swimming is where I want to. I feel like it's my weakness, so I wanted to bring that up.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny? Like I said, I've been teaching some swim lessons mainly to kids, but there's this one kid where the grandfather and then I guess it would be the kid's uncle or the grandfather's son.
Her grandfather's nephew.
No, the
From a different one?
grandfather's son.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter. It's kind of complicated. But anyways, they both asked if I would teach him how to swim too. But the grandfather, he's like 60 plus, and then his son's probably maybe he's not quite that old, but and the son's probably late 20s, somewhere around there. Más o menos.
So they both know how to swim?
They both. Well, the son is a little bit better, but the grandfather doesn't know at all. It's pretty interesting. I've never taught someone how to swim that wasn't a kid,
Yeah.
At least the son, the 20-something-year-old, he's a decent swimmer. He's all right. It's just refining his stroke. But it's funny. He asked me to learn that stroke. The
Combat side stroke?
Yeah, which I
Did
call.
you say it by name?
No, he didn't really know the name. I call it the recovery stroke. That's what we called it in swim, but it's basically the same kind of idea. Swimming on the side.
What do you say? Do you say I want to learn how to swim on my side?
Yeah,
how do
the
you
side swim. I can't remember exactly what terminology
Hmm.
you used, but the side swim kind of thing. I was like, oh yeah.
I wonder why.
Recovery. Yeah, I was like, why? It just you don't really need it
Yeah.
unless you're trying to pull someone out of the water, which
Yeah.
you're probably not going to be doing. So, but he asked me to learn it, and I was like, sure, yeah, I could show you. It's really easy. It's it's if you're not carrying someone, it's real easy. As Regan called it, it's recovery stroke. You can just chill and do it for a long time. And sometimes when I'm doing my swim training, and I'm out the bay, and I'm struggling, I'll just switch to that for a little bit because you can keep it moving, but kind of recover your breath a little bit. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a really efficient way to swim.
Yeah. All right, but that's it with your training so far right now.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I mean, I can get into all like the details of it, but that's more or less, I'm trying to work up my pull-ups and my pull-ups, or my pull-ups and my push-ups, like
Mm-hmm.
doing less sets and just doing more reps per set, because I want to get up to like doing like 90 push-ups in one set.
Oh, fuck.
I want that to be my top.
See, that's like unless you're doing what you're doing, it's just like why,
Yeah, yeah,
Just
exactly.
doing like I just cringe at like doing 90
Yeah.
push-ups straight. Like, ugh, it sounds so gross.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this done. Then, like, probably a year and a half down the line, getting back into actual lifting.
Yeah,
You know.
I think we talked about it, but yeah, like that's like all the special forces kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to the Tim Kennedy Jerry
I didn't listen. I listened to a clip.
clip?
Yeah. Did you listen to the whole thing?
Like half of it.
Why was
like,
he talking about it
like
at all?
halfway through. Well, he's just a special forces
Yeah,
guy. He
so-
was talking. It was they recorded it the day before 9/11, but it came out on
Mhm.
9/11.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked a lot about that kind of stuff. It was real interesting. Yeah, just how like he got, he enlisted on 9/11 when it happened, 2001.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he enlisted that day. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's so fucking crazy.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
And he was just talking about how, well, I don't want to get too off topic because like this isn't what this podcast is about, but like how everyone's like defund the military, defund the police, and he kind of like breaks that stuff down and like why you need to fund those things.
Yeah.
And you know how much money, like the big point I got from it was like the insurgents or terrorists, it's a real like cheap operation
Yeah, I
compared
heard
to
that.
yeah, you got that point. Compared to counterterrorism or counterinsurgency, it costs a lot more money to build things and protect them than it does to destroy them. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And then he was just breaking down like that's why you need to fund your police for the training and the
Yeah.
resources to be able to do their job properly. I thought that was real interesting, but yeah, that's kind of off the point of this topic. But we were talking about your stuff, and I thought of Tim Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real cool dude. Yeah. So what were we talking about though?
Just like the type of training that I was doing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The training, 90 push-ups straight. I remember doing like fuckload of push-ups in the fire academy, which is like paramilitary kind of stuff. I mean, honest to God, in one weekend we'd probably do about 1,000 push-ups, and that made me hate push-ups for the rest of life. I'll probably hate push-ups. I won't even when I was doing my hypertrophy training or whatever.
No,
Like,
no supersets with push-ups.
No. I see Israel do them sometimes. I'm just like, nah, dog. You got me fucked up.
Not a set of 10 after some bench or nothing.
Never.
PTSD right there.
Yeah, it's PTSD for sure. Okay, cool. So that's it for the training going on right now for you.
Yeah. Oh, just like the other side of it is like recovery is like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
paramount.
ask you about that. Yeah, so you kind of been working it up though.
Yeah,
So
I've been
you're trying to
ramping
get
it
to
up.
a full week of
Full week of hitting all the workouts.
Yeah.
This week hopefully I'll do that. But yeah, recovery's been kind of hard because I don't really have a set sleep schedule, And like I was telling my boys, I was gaming with some of my boys, like squatting up. And I was like, oh, like I gotta get off right now, like I gotta get to sleep. And I'm like, sleep? What the heck are you talking about? Like it's like what? Like we just like we're
Sleep.
gaming now. And I was like, nah, man, like I'm throwing my circadian rhythm off. Like I need to get. And they're
You
like,
said that?
yeah, and they're like, what? You need to throw off your what? Like they start like, what's this guy talking about? And then they're like, you just like they said something like, circadian rhythm. Like, nah, bro, you just like your sleep schedule's off. I was like.
That's what
I was
means.
like, well, and then the next day they're like, hey man, I gotta get to sleep. Like they're like, what's that thing again, Josh? And they're like, circadian what? So I just thought it was funny because like for some reason like I thought that was like kind of like a common term, but I forgot we just heard that all the time in like our kin classes.
Mhm.
Like they always just mentioned it. So, like that's why it came like. But I just thought it was like something you just kind of say and like people like know what you're talking about. But, like they know sleep cycles, sleep
Yeah.
schedule.
I mean, same thing.
Yeah, it is the
Your
same thing.
Your sleep cycle.
It's just like the
and
technical
circadian
term
rhythm.
for it. But like that's a huge thing. Like I do not like my circadian rhythm is thrown off big time.
What time you going to bed?
12.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, but then I wake up late, whatnot.
Yeah, it throws it off.
12. Like last time I went to bed 1, 2.
Yeah,
On the weekends it's later,
yeah. That
and that throws off recovery because it doesn't.
100%.
Yeah.
Ever since I got my Whoop strap and I've been tracking that a lot more, I know if I don't get at least 8 hours, I'm not getting a good recovery. And like, there's other things that go into it too, like, like your stress levels and your hydration levels before you go to bed. If I'm if I'm dehydrated, even if I get a good amount of sleep, but I'm dehydrated, I wake up in the morning and you piss like straight yellow. It's like
I feel so drained.
You don't even feel
rested
because you just don't have enough fluids flowing through you. Because that's what helps with your recovery, transporting things where they need to go with the intercellular fluids, and you're mostly water. So yeah, hydration. A lot of people don't consider it. Isn't it Isertel? It says like the 3 most important things for recovery is like sleep, water, and what other thing? It might not be Isertel. Some fitness person. I forget the other one.
But yeah, I'm just noticing like with this high volume training, like
Squad University, I think.
But like with this high volume training schedule, like recovery is like the most important thing for me. Really, It's how well I recover.
For sure. Take on a lot of strain, as like the Whoop would say, strain on your body. You gotta let that recover. That's real important. That's something I think I was struggling a lot with when I was doing my hypertrophy training, trying to do like the 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Some of the days I would just not want to do it. I wasn't there mentally.
Yeah.
And I just kind of pushed through it, and it would just be a crappy training session, but I just did it just because I knew I had to. And yeah, I wasn't doing all the proper things to recover. And really, ultimately, what I should have done is just dropped probably a training day, and then changed the volumes a little bit.
Yeah, I was telling a client last week that like you should think about like cutting out because he's new to training. Like you should cut like the amount of days you're training because like when I was doing 6, like I was definitely feeling that. And then when I dropped from 5 to 4 days a week, like that's when I really noticed like the gain in weight. Because like I wasn't burning calories, like, or I wasn't spending like 5 or 6 days a week like doing like high intensity activities. I was giving my body to rest and whatnot. I wasn't just beating it up the whole time.
Yeah,
it's just consuming more calories. So
Israel definitely talks about that a lot.
But I feel like if you're like an actual bodybuilder, then like training 6 days a week it does make sense.
Yeah.
But for me, and like it didn't. I trained because like I liked the program side of it. It was fun, but like it wasn't as productive as I think 4 or 5 days a week was. 4 seemed really big.
Yeah, bodybuilders are in a just different position because I remember I had this one lady that I was training who just went MIA on me, but she was like a nurse or whatever. She was real busy doing other stuff. She would cancel her sessions every once in a while. And eventually, like I said, went MIA. She said she wanted to be like this bodybuilder chick that she followed on Instagram. And Josh just smiled at me like, what was my point?
You silly goose.
Oh yeah, she was trying to tell me how she should be training, like she was trying to mimic the bodybuilder. She was like, well, this bodybuilder chick, she does this, this, and this. And I'm like, well, are you a bodybuilder? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Bodybuilders train differently because they have so much, not as much with chicks because bodybuilding, ladies, they just get really lean mostly. Guys, for sure, definitely different because they put on so much mass. You're creating so much muscle tissue damage that you, like, say, like squatting or whatever, like quad workout, like you're probably only going to do that once a week.
Yeah. Especially for those big guys.
Yeah. When your quads are just like fucking giants, like pieces of ham, like like ham, like that ham with the bone on it.
Yeah.
Like when your quads look like that, you do like squats for example, any kind of squat variation, your muscle is fucked for days. I've heard Dorian Yates talk about it, and another bodybuilder, I can't remember, but they're like, I'd squat and I couldn't walk for days. They said they're
those fools, yeah.
They couldn't walk for days just after doing a squat session because there was just so much muscle tissue damage.
These guys. And
you're just taking 2 days just to be able to walk right, and then a couple more days to recover. You need a lot of that time to let the body repair. someone at our levels, much more amateur
Yeah, this is
bodybuilding,
kind of
you can increase your frequency a lot more because you're not creating quite as much muscle tissue damage. Therefore, it's going to recover faster if you're recovering properly.
I feel like just for like the general population and like most people, like that whole like hit the muscle twice per week is kind of like the golden rule for most people, unless you're some like crazy
minimum.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah, exactly.
2 times a week per muscle group.
Minimum, yeah. Like we should, like people like us, like we should be doing legs twice a week. Like we could definitely do that.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
when I was in my hypertrophy kind of phase,
I was doing go crazy and do legs 3 times per week.
Yeah,
that's fun for every once in a while.
Yeah, that's tough though, because your quads and your glutes and your hamstrings, they're really big muscle groups, and it's much different than like your shoulders or your biceps or whatever. That's
where exercise selection comes in too. You can kind of
also your exercise.
You can modulate
because like a hack squat or like something like that, a leg press, a V squat, something like that. What was I gonna say? You're probably gonna create a lot more muscle damage with those type of exercises compared to like a barbell squat. Kind of like what Eugene Teo always talks about. He doesn't really like the barbell squat unless you're like a power lifter, because he just always talks about the intramuscular tension that you're creating, and you can create so much more tension in your muscles with a machine-based exercise because you don't have to worry about the stability. So you can load a lot more weight and just more tension in the muscle.
I see like the point he makes, and like he does like this week he said something about it too. But like I feel like it's still for like an athlete, like learning like that kinesthetic awareness is like still really important as well. Like but like if you're like training for physique competition and whatnot too, then like yeah, sure, like maybe why do you really need to do a squat?
There's a reason for everything,
Yeah,
I think he's coming from like a bodybuilding.
Yeah, I think so too. So I agree with that, but I still think like most people would benefit from doing it like a barbell back squat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so exercise selection, like you could do something like if you did like 3 leg workouts, like the last leg workout would be something like leg extensions and like hip thrusts or something like that. Like something that's not so damaging, Like whereas like lunges, put like the muscle like under load, under a stretched position, so like that's very damaging, So that's something you do like earlier on in the week, So exercise selection plays like a big part.
For sure. Muy importante.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have anything else to say on that. Do you?
No.
I don't even know how we got to that point. Big tangent, guys. Eh?
Yeah, big tangent, guys. Big fans.
Just find a topic and keep talking about it as long as we can.
I didn't know where the sentence was going to go, but I just hope to find it along the way.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Michael Scott.
That's how we do. Okay, well, I guess I'll go into my fitness stuff. Still fucking doing triathlon stuff, Nothing really changed much. Just getting very like race specific distances is the key right now. So, I've been swimming 3 times a week, or 2 to 3, just depends on if I can get to the pool or not. Fridays are like I was just telling Josh, I think before we started, is I would normally do my swim days on Fridays, but my Fridays are so freaking busy now because I have 2 different jobs on Fridays. I have my group exercise at the camp in the morning, and then I have my internship in the evening, and I have like a 3-hour window in between 10 to 1. At that time, I just want to like eat and like try and sleep.
Yeah.
Because I have to wake up so early, like my recovery is terrible, so it's like during that time I don't even want to go and try and like exert myself.
Yeah.
I just want to like try and sleep and rest a little bit. So what I think I'm gonna start doing, and then it's a mess. I gotta figure it out. This internship is really throwing off my schedule, but like 2 to 3 times a week, or I'll do the run 1 to 2. I'll flip flop those, and then I'll cycle once a week. So my runs have been like 5 miles, which is real close to race distance, which is 6.2, and then my cycle days have been 25 miles. I figured out it's actually 40 kilometers, which is like 24.8. I thought it was 26. It's like 25 miles basically. And then my swim distance. I did my longest swim straight at the bay last Monday. Did 1,000 meters. which I've been doing 1,000 meters, but in the pool, and I'll do like a 30-second rest every 100 meters. Um, but I did it like 1,000 meters straight at the bay, and I did it in 21 minutes, which I was pretty surprised by, because I'm trying to do like 100 meters at 2 minutes for every 100 meters. So I basically just added a minute on within that 100 meter,
On that pace.
1,000 meters, which is not bad. So that means I have to do another 500 meters in, because I'm trying to get it done in 35 minutes, the swim portion at least.
Mhm.
So that means I have another 14 minutes to do another 500 meters, which I feel like I could do pretty easily. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I was pretty impressed. I don't even have like the wetsuit yet. The nice thing is the wetsuit is gonna help a lot because it's gonna keep me warm. So, dude, it's getting cold out in the bay.
So, yeah.
It's
Is it in the
getting-
mail or was it at, fool?
Oh no, I'm gonna rent it from
Okay.
from Trizone. I could buy one, but I was like, I might do. I'll probably do another triathlon, but not probably soon. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me just rent it, and then. But I have all my other equipment and my
Are you
bike.
gonna practice with it at all? Or you-
Yeah, I'm trying to try and get it early, to just get used to it. Yeah, because I don't want the first time to be for me being out there
No.
in the wetsuit is when I'm racing. I got to get comfortable with swimming with it. The nice thing is they're telling me that the way they make those kind of wetsuits is different than like a surf one. The armpits are different, so you can get like a full stroke and get your arm up. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I already got the shorts and the shirt figured out for the bike and the run part. And then my bike's coming in soon, so all the pieces are coming in place. I just need to get a helmet. That's the other thing. Oh yeah, but yeah. So the swim, 1,000 meters. I'm trying to work it up as close to 1,500 meters within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then yeah, my runs have been like 5 miles. Been pretty good with that, like an 8:30 to 9 minute pace. And then my cycle, yeah, 25 miles. I've been doing that in an hour and a half. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's like a 3:36 pace per mile. So yeah, if I could do the swim in 35 minutes and then cycle in an hour and a half, then I'll have 55 minutes to do 6.2. And I'm not sure what the math is on there, but I can hit 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely do it. I just gotta fuel properly.
Yeah, you gonna take tablets?
I have like gel
Oh,
packs.
okay.
And then I think I'm either gonna get pickle juice or like Gatorade
Mm-hmm.
for the electrolytes, cause I've been drinking dude. It's so crazy. The last couple of cycle days, I bring a bottle of water and then a bottle of Gatorade and then I have a gel pack,
Mm-hmm.
and I can feel an immediate boost. I don't know if it's a placebo effect. It might be, but I can feel immediate boost in like just my energy levels as soon as I like chug a bunch of Gatorade or take my gel pack. I'm just like, boom, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Like just because, well, I mean, there's some carbohydrates, right? But I don't know if it hits that quickly, but just the sodium, because it's been so hot, especially last
Mhm.
week.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, last
hot
week
as
was, yeah.
fucking during the weekend, and I had to wait until later in the day, but it was still like 100, and I was like, all right, this is probably gonna suck, but whatever. And just refueling with that salt. Oh my god, it felt so good. That was
You
crazy.
gotta start refueling as soon as possible when you can, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
as
just
soon
like
as-
sipping constantly.
Yeah, but like as soon as you get out the water on your race day, huh?
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to like once it already happens, it's too late. You know.
Yeah, once you kind of start to feel
Once
that.
you start knocking, or I don't know what they call it in triathlon, but like when you're on glucose, do they call it something special in
bonking
bonking? They call it bonking.
in cycling. It's called hitting the wall in like racing or running.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's only like a half an hour into the race. Usually that doesn't happen
Yeah,
until
no,
like a couple
no.
of hours,
Yeah.
But staying on top of it, you're right. It's important to stay on top of the refueling.
But then do it throughout the whole time too. Don't do like where I was at like mile 18 and
Yeah,
I was
no,
like, I'm gonna push from here.
That's why I'm getting used to these race distances, and like all the videos I looked up on like how to train exactly how you're gonna do it in the race. So I know I'm gonna be refueling throughout the race constantly. So that's why I'm trying to get comfortable with getting the gel pack while I'm on the bike, and then like alternating between. And I just take little sips of the water and the Gatorade, just getting used to taking little sips every few minutes or so, but still maintaining my pace. So I'm just trying to get used to that. Feeling pretty good about it.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Like, it's a little off topic, but like, I remember there was some like study. I don't know if we saw it in school or whatnot, but like sometimes you see like athletes like they like drink the Gatorade, but then they spit it out. But like you don't actually have to drink it because they can get absorbed like through like the gums, like or like through your mouth. Like you don't
Yeah,
even
that
have to
makes
drink
sense.
it. So like like sometimes you drink a bunch and then you get like your stomach feels full, like heavy.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to drink it all the time. Like you just rinse it.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm not saying like you need to do that, but I think that's just like a helpful tool. You know, like I'm thinking about like when I was running my marathon and I was like, oh, I don't want to drink too many of these cups right now because I'm drinking at the last stop, like I want to get full. So you could just like rinse it and then spit it.
I could. You know, I don't really have I haven't really had a problem with that, of like that sloshy kind of feeling or like cramping or anything like that.
I feel like it's more so like a running thing than like on a bike.
And you know what I've noticed is with the races that I've watched, when the guys get to the run part, they're not even really drinking that much. Actually, they're mostly just dumping the water in their head to keep cool.
Mm-hmm.
They take their last kind of little bits of the gel packs and the fluids right at the end of the cycle, and then they might have just a little sip just to kind of rinse their mouth out, make sure it's not dry. But they mostly just every water station they just dump it on their head, because you get hot, you get really hot out there, and you know you lose most of your heat out of your head, right?
Yeah, you do.
So just trying to keep your core body temperature down, because that's also, you know, when your core temperature rises, the acidity level increases, and you kind of get in that metabolic acidosis quicker, and you know that whole effect. So you can't keep your heart rate at as high of a level for as long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole kind of chain reaction. So just trying to stay as cool as possible is muy importante. So that's what I've kind of learned going forward. I'm really, dude, it's like I've said this before, but it's like all I can think about constantly, and it's still like a little over a month away. I'm just like, damn, I'm like, I could do it like tomorrow. I'm ready to go.
That's good.
Yeah,
it means you're prepared right there.
Yeah, I'm excited for what to do after. I want to do a road race, but I don't know. Like, I don't even know where to find one or where to do one. You know, like especially for me as like an amateur, I've never done a road race. All the road races I've ever seen on like YouTube, whatever, these motherfuckers like they're all kitted out and like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like a marathon or triathlon or something, I feel like it's a lot less barrier to entry. You just kind of pay and show up and just do it. But like going to a road race, you know, you don't just casually go to a road race, because cycling is kind of like a little bit more like if you want to get a really, like, I got a entry level bike and it was $13.50. You know, that's an entry level. So if you're really in it, you can a car.
Plus, 10 plus.
Yeah, it's basically a car, like $10,000 plus at least. Yeah, so I don't know about that, but we'll see.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's it with the training for me right now. I'm trying to think. Anything else with that? There was one thing I wanted to talk about. Damn it.
Nutrition, recovery.
Shit. I don't remember. Maybe it'll come to me. So how's the clientele looking?
I got a couple.
You got your soccer person?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I've been training him.
Uh-huh.
Last week he only came once because he had work, but yeah. So we've trained 3 times. You know, that's cool. Him and Big Frank. You know.
Big Frank, that's what's
Frank.
up.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not even tripping too much because if I do that and then I do that other gig I do, you know, once a week.
Yeah.
And then like if I'm planning on like joining, like after Christmas or so, and like
doing it after Christmas?
I think so.
I thought you said you were gonna wait like a year.
Yeah. Well, things change.
Well, how so?
Well, I talked to a few of the guys and whatnot whether I want to go officer or enlisted, and now I think I'm going back to going enlisted. So
what's the difference?
Well, officer, one, you know what an officer is, right? Kind of in charge.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they get shuttled off to do like administration work sooner.
Ah.
You know, that's not why I'm joining.
Yeah.
So like the idea now is to go in enlisted, do some time doing that, and then later on put it back together and then become an officer then. And then you get more respect because like they know you're like one of the guys, and then now you're an officer. Whereas like with most officers who come through like school or like through the program, like they just kind of like come in like kind of like cocky, arrogant, and like not really having any like real world experience, and like now they're in charge. So like they're just saying like the guys appreciate more like when it's one of their own who
Yeah, I think I remember like saying that to you.
Yeah,
I was like, that's weird.
Yeah,
I mean, going in.
Yeah, but I think that's a good idea because that way I won't get shuttled off into administration work sooner. Which is what I don't want to do.
Well, so they'd have you they'd like going in. They'd have you doing like field work or whatever.
Yeah, you do.
And then you can only do that for so long.
No, you can. You can do that for your whole career if you want to. But if you want to, you can put together like a packet to become an officer and go to officer school.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I said what I meant. Yeah, is when you're an officer, you're Yeah, you only you only do it for so long.
Yeah, you're only really active for so long. I mean, they move you up. You get promoted, and you kind of like you don't really go out. You're more so like taking care of administrative type work.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Yeah, which is what I'm not about either. So I mean, I could do that for a little bit towards the end of my career if I did that. Like I wouldn't want that to be like the bulk of my career.
Yeah, no, that would be boring.
Yeah,
that's kind of defeating the purpose of the whole
thing. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the idea. So like now that I'm doing that, like the enlisted process is like much quicker.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right. Shit, dog.
Yeah.
So how long do you plan on like being in there and doing it?
Anywhere from like I feel like as low as 4 and as much as like 8 or maybe 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
What?
That's a long time.
8 or 10. Well, 10 is probably like that's too long. I think, but like I could see 8 maybe.
Well, if you enlist, it's like minimum 2, right?
It depends on the branch. Some like they're 2 or 3, but if you go into like what I want to do, I think it's a little bit longer because like training takes like almost 2 years itself.
Damn.
For sure, a year, and then plus some other stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah. You just train for 2 years straight.
I mean, there's 1 full year of training. Yeah, and then like the other years, like you. Yeah, I think the second year as well for the most part.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right.
So it'll be exciting.
Dude, how am I going to do this podcast after you leave?
What do you mean? We'll do it through Skype.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you not do that?
So,
I don't know how to record through Skype.
Yeah. I'll screen record.
What the fuck? I don't even know how to record us. I wanted to have a camera recording. That's why we did it. So we do our YouTube videos. It's just not. It's not just our logo.
We gotta get that set up, huh?
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah. We need a little webcam.
Dude, I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I was doing some. Oh my god, you legit just need. It's so frustrating. I was trying to figure out some technical type stuff for my website on just like helping driving traffic or whatever. And there's these things called Google Tags, and it's like programming. It's like scripts and whatever. And it's just like they have this as an option through Google. I'm just like, how you gonna do this unless you're like a programmer? Mm-hmm. Like this is your thing. Like I just have a website. Like what? Just if you're just like a person with a website and you just have like a business, like you fucking sell flowers or whatever. Yeah. Like how are you gonna figure this out? You gotta make this. You gotta make this easier, dude.
Yeah.
You can't have scripts of code and you're saying to like copy and paste in your website and do this, that, and the other.
That's how those people make money, dude. When they have
Google?
that skill. No.
Yeah. I was thinking. I was like, dude. I want to figure this out so I can improve this. But I'm never gonna figure this out. This is gonna take hours and like weeks of my time.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's not even worth it to me. Yeah. So I'm literally gonna have to like hire someone just to do this.
And for them, it'll be super easy.
Yeah. They probably can do it in fucking like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just that's so frustrating.
It is frustrating.
Just make it easier, Google. Make it easier.
Yeah.
And you know what really upset me too was
that's how I feel like. Just make neuroscience easier or calculus.
Yeah.
Like, make it easier, damn it.
Make it easier, goddammit.
Yeah.
You could definitely make it easier.
Yeah.
Just put it into like a hyperlink or something. I'll put the hyperlink. I know how to do that. But whole scripts of code, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Where was I going with that? Yeah, so I was gonna have to hire someone. I was like, what's the point? I had another.
Is that off? Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say about that. I had another greater point, but yeah, Google be fucking up. But the nice thing is I've been getting I put like when you know those like pop up things when you go to a website, it's like, oh, sign up for that this thing or whatever, you know. I put my 4 week beginner kind of program thing. It was in my list of products, so I just took it off, and then I was able to figure this out. Have a pop up on my website. It comes up after like 5 seconds or whatever, and then you just put in your information, and then I'll send it to you. Nice. To get more signups.
Yeah.
Because I was on this Zoom call with Kim, and then one of her upline sponsor people through Beachbody, and I was mainly talking about Beachbody, but then we just got into like marketing and stuff and just in general, and I was just telling her what I was doing for my website, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm getting all this traffic or whatever. I could probably sell some Beachbody through that possibly. And then we were just talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, you should. Do you have a There's a particular name for it. I can't remember, but do you have like a pop up thing?" I'm like, "No, like I don't want to do that." She was like, "Oh, you got to do it. You're missing out on so many because information's like the big thing, right? Having emails, like an email list or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're missing out on so many people." I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're right." I've in the last it's probably been about a month now. Last month, I probably had a few thousand people on there, and then I didn't put it until recently. I was like, damn, I missed out on possibly a lot of people because I've gotten like since I did it maybe about a week ago, I've gotten maybe 8 or 9 people, and then I'm just building out an email list so when I get to that point where I can have like special offers or that whatever I need to contact them for. Then I have like a substantial amount of people to send it to. So I got that figured out, which is kind of cool.
That is dope.
Just trying to figure out the business part of it. It's challenging. It's the hardest part. It's what I don't really know. That's why I almost wish I went to school for like business stuff. Because the kinesiology, I've talked about it, but you learn some stuff, but a lot of stuff I actually apply in my day-to-day training is from people I've learned on the internet. Yeah. Isertel or Joel Seedman or Primal Swolder.
I feel like they
or
like the fucking department should have put like some sort of like not like I want to say programming or like computer like design or anything, but like one class where like
business.
Business oriented.
Yeah, they're fucking up. NASM doesn't do that either.
Yeah. Because I had this education, but how am I supposed to market it?
How am I gonna a marketing and business class where you actually, because I had this weird thing when I first started doing this. I was like, oh, people are just gonna come and ask me to train them because I know what I'm talking about. It doesn't work like that. People don't care what you know. It's like, how can you present yourself in the best way possible?
Yeah. That's why I was kind of annoyed. Like I felt like. I was like, man, I know too much to like a trainer at the YMCA when I could just be like a gym bro who got like a certification and train them at the YMCA, like the General Pop,
Ooh,
like I got like a whole ass education and shit, and like I could just be like a gym bro who got my certification and like teach at like train at a box gym.
Well, you could be, but you're not.
I know, but like I want to like market like the actual skills that I have, like and like use my degree a little bit.
Well, you can do that.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be making our website. What happened?
Yeah.
If you're going away soon, it's just like fuck, bro.
Well, I mean, it's not like soon, but
it's the end of the year.
Oh, I'm not. I wouldn't leave till like months after that. So that's why I would sign up.
Sheesh. All right.
Probably by next summer, hopefully, it'll be out.
You're stressing me out now. But anyways, damn, I gotta start writing stuff down because I have thoughts and they're just like, what were we talking about on the website?
Marketing yourself?
Yeah, marketing. Oh, so speaking of branding, I got some shirts for LB certified.
Did you?
And we could do it if you want for Performance Academy.
I'd be down.
I got them coming hopefully beginning of next week.
Do you have like an image of them or something?
Well, it's just my logo.
Like
my LB certified.
What color is the shirt?
It's white.
I would rep fucking Performance Academy out and about.
You gotta rep my LB certified.
I'll rep yours too.
That's what's up. It's just a white plain shirt and it has like an LB certified on the left kind of like pocket. If you have a left pocket area, and then there's the big LB on the back.
See, those we got to wear like at the gyms when they open up though too.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna start wearing them when I go to my sessions. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course,
Yeah, and then I'll probably just give them out to a couple of my like real good clients.
Yeah.
My close clients that I've been working with a long time. And then from there, I might, I don't know if I even want to sell them. I might just give them away to anyone that wants to wear them. Like, at this point, I don't give a fuck. That's like,
yeah.
That's really cheap marketing.
Yeah, it is.
It's $10 a shirt, and I got 24 of them, so $240.
Nice.
For 20 shirts.
Yeah.
24 shirts, which is not bad.
I know if they wear them though, like that's huge. You know, like that.
Yeah, because people.
That's word of mouth right there.
Yeah, it's real plain. It's just my logo. Farther down the line, are you familiar with Steffi Cohen, the powerlifter?
Yeah.
Her business, Hybrid. What is it? Hybrid Performance. It's Hybrid something. I can't remember. But her like whole kind of business and gym. It's Hybrid something. And they make real fucking sick. It's basically like merch, but it's like gym kind of stuff where you can wear to the gym and it looks super cool, really cool designs and whatnot, but like integrated with their brand, and that's eventually what I want to get to. That would be super sick. Right now I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not much of an artist, so I'd have to hire someone to do that probably. But yeah, I got the shirts coming, so start repping those one. Because what I noticed is I do a lot of my sessions at the park, and especially Hartwell Park, and there's just a fuckload of people walking up and down, doing their thing. And, sometimes you kind of notice people like looking over, just kind of checking it out.
Yeah.
So I was like, perfect. I'll start wearing my shirt. And like, I think we were talking about this last podcast, but your branding, like how you present yourself, is important. Because like, I've just been wearing like whatever, But if you have like the shirt, I'm gonna get some nice fresh Nike shoes because I haven't bought any new shoes in a minute, and all my like running and athletic shoes are beat.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I'll have some nice shoes, and then boom, there we go, looking professional out here. That's what's up. Yeah. So shirts coming soon. I was surprised I was able to find some that were so cheap because I remember we looked it up for a second because we wanted to get some for Performance Academy, but it was like 50 something a shirt.
Yeah, we only ordered a couple shirts though when we did it, I think.
Yeah, the more you buy, the less it is per shirt. But even still, like even if we bought a lot, I doubt it would have came down to $10 a shirt. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Excited about that. Oh, and then once I get the shirts in, what I want to do is, so I have all those programs that I've written out on my website, but it's basically just a Google Doc, which is kind of like whatever. It's for someone that doesn't know what they're doing, it's cool. They could follow along, but like it's not really like I sell any of them, because like people probably don't really understand or. It's not the greatest product, but I just put it on there because I was like, fuck it, whatever. But what I'm gonna start doing is once I get my shirts, I'm gonna start making video programs, kind of like Primal Swolder. I don't know if you follow him that much.
I follow his Instagram.
Okay, yeah. So on his website, he has his personal training kind of type stuff, and then he has video programs, and he has like his like beginner 4-week one, and then he has like an 8-week single kettlebell one, and then one other one. I can't remember what it is. I think it's like a get shredded one, lose a bunch of weight. But anyways, I signed up for the free one and just to see it. He used to have it on his website. It was like I think Vimeo videos, like kind of just put into his website, but he would demonstrate them and do them and like explain what he was doing. Which I think is like the key, because if you're just like saying, hey, like just do squats, like 3 sets, 8 reps, whatever, that's not much value to it. But if you like kind of break it down and do the stuff and people can watch you do it, I feel like that'd be a lot more valuable. So then I'll do it in the shirt or whatever, make all those videos, and then boom, put it on there through like the paywall. I got to figure out how to do that. And even then, I'm not sure how well that will do, honestly.
No, but that's a good product. That's a better product, though.
Yeah, because I'm trying to just go the what's homeboy's name? Bezos? Not Bezos.
Oh, Bedros.
Bedros. That's right. I always call him Bezos, but that's Amazon guy. Is like his like structure on how you structure the business. Like you have your flagship products, and then your front front end products, and then like your upsells or whatever. So all those little programs, I'm gonna sell them for real cheap. Those are probably just gonna be like my like out like what did I just say?
Upsells.
Yeah, upsell products just on there. Like the frontline thing is obviously like the training, and then the front end I don't really know yet. I don't quite understand what the difference is between the front end and the flagship.
Yeah, I haven't.
Because flagship is like what you're known for.
Yeah.
The front end is like the first thing that brings you to the site, like what you're interested. But that could change from person to person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'd have to look into it.
He doesn't explain it very well in the website, and it's kind of like his thing, you know. So I tried to look it up and just figure it out, but there wasn't a lot of information on it. But like your front end product, it just depends on what the person's looking for. Like, you know, someone might come to your website looking for like that program, which is like your upsell, but like for them that's your front end product, right?
Yeah.
Or it might be your personal training, which is the flagship thing. That's like what you're known for. So it's kind of confusing, but I'm trying to use that thing. I have it written right here. The idea, and then the sales message, the front end product, the upsells, the flagship, the traffic, and then I need to figure out the automated conveyor belt thing. That's very confusing with like renewal type stuff.
Yeah.
I have like
you gotta figure out some sort of thing you could do for that. Huh?
Yeah, because I have the I finally figured out how to get the like credit card information and whatnot, so they can buy straight through that on the website. Because before I was just having like people contact me, and then just send through Venmo, which works alright.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not like the most professional.
Yeah,
you know. Even though like a lot of people use Venmo, it's real easy. Because I know I like that one session, but then or that 1 month, but then from there I don't know how to it automatically renew. I don't really know how that works. So the automated conveyor belt thing. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking too much. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I mean that's just stuff we gotta get down. You know, that's like future type stuff. Like that should. Those are all good ideas, though. You know.
Yeah.
Because most people don't have like that system, like that, and the knowledge of that system, even or, like the idea of that system.
Yeah, and I'm trying to, you know, like it'll apply more down in the future, but I want to get it down now where I understand it.
So you start to polish it.
Yeah.
You know.
I can get it set in place, and then when things pop off,
it's already in place.
Yeah, it's already in place. Exactly. I don't have to be like scrambling, training all these clients or whatever, and then also trying to figure out the business aspect of it, and just like losing my mind. You know.
Yeah. That'd be kind of funny. I would like to see. I've seen you lose your mind a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, I have terrible anxiety. I stress out about things.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's why, you know, this is just making terrible audio for our people.
You're smacking the water.
Jesus Christ!
Look
at all these spikes. God damn it!
Just keep them on their toes, you know.
I just threw my train of thought. So yeah, I have terrible anxiety. I'm like things I don't understand or I just don't have control over. So that's why I'm trying to figure this kind of stuff out now, and then so it's set in place in the future. You know.
Yeah.
Business. You know, like I preach this to all like people. Like what's his name, Matthew. At the Y. Like it's kind of weird to say like to new people training because I'm still pretty new. Like I've only been doing it for like 2.5 years, but for like anyone that's new to us is like you gotta learn the business aspect of it and like how to sell. Otherwise, not like we just kind of said, we kind of alluded to earlier. You gotta figure out how to make money essentially, you know, or else it just doesn't really matter. So figuring out the business aspect of it is like really important to me. That's why those damn tags were so fucking frustrating. Those were annoying me to no end. All right. Anything else we got?
No.
No.
No, I don't think
we
so.
got 45 minutes,
Yeah.
49 minutes. Let me think. Is there anything else out there? Any big chilling, relaxing,
Kicking back, being bull.
picking back the boom. I had one other thing I wanted to bring up, but didn't write it down.
Professional.
Dude, we gotta do better, huh?
This is good. This is good. This is a good update one. I figured this was gonna be a little bit shorter one.
Yeah. There's not much going on.
There's not much going on.
Right?
It's all about updates really right now.
Fitness related, just like, no bodybuilding or any kind of weightlifting things going on. Gyms are just kind of opening back up in Orange County, here in Southern California, which is cool. But LA County still got their thumb up their ass. So,
Yeah.
did you? This will be the last thing, then we'll be done. But did you hear the LA County lady, like the high up lady? She had like the hot mic, and she said she didn't think anyone was listening. She had a hot mic, and she was like, "Oh, this will all be over once the election passes."
No way.
You haven't seen that?
No.
I forget homegirl's name.
I gotta look it up for later.
She's like
right
a high up LA County medical person.
Did she really get caught saying that shit? And
Yeah.
is it being swept under the rug, or are people talking about it? Cause
I talk about it.
yeah, but I mean,
I don't really know.
I'm sure the media's not. You said LA County or LA?
LA County. LA County.
I'm gonna look at LA County hot mic.
Homegirl just said that, and she's like a high level LA County person. And then, people try and act like it's not a political thing, but what I've noticed is like a lot of I listen to a bunch of comedians' podcasts, and all of them, all their tour dates are all in red states, and one of them even said it. Gary Owen. Gary Owen. He was on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, and he just said it. He was like, my manager has me just going to red states because all the ones in the blue states are just getting canceled left and right. He just said it, like,
yeah, just straight up.
And that's just a guy trying to make money.
Yeah,
that's just business.
Yeah,
you're gonna go and do what you need to do to make money, right? It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
So if that's just flat out what he's saying, and that's what a lot of other comedians are doing, but not really saying, and this homegirl just said that on a mic, and she didn't know she was being listened to. It's very obvious what's going on, So it's like, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's extremely unfortunate. Well, people waking up, so.
Sorta. I don't know. I keep telling people 6,000 people in LA County have died. I was talking to my friend Danny the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him. I was like, "Dude, how many people do you think have died in LA County from COVID?" He was probably like a couple 100,000. I was like, "No, dude, 6,000."
Couple 100,000.
That's what he said. He said like 1,000, 100,000, maybe a little bit more.
Bro, isn't it like 196,000 have died total or some shit like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I just know. All I know is 6,000 people have died in LA County, and that's insane.
Yeah.
I try not to follow it too much anymore because it's just terrible for mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything I hear is just from like people talking or whatever. That's how I found out about the lady talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like obsessing over it for a while. Both of us were pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember at the meeting, I was just fucking going off. That was one of the last straws. Now that I look back,
that was a good time.
I thought I was going insane. No one else seemed to really care.
Yeah.
And I was just going off.
I thought we were in the Twilight Zone, honestly. I was just like, y'all are okay with this? Like, y'all? Yeah.
So strange. That's right, Twilight Zone. Theo Vaughn was talking about that. He was like, I feel like we're all kind of pretending.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was right after we got back from Vegas. And I was like, yeah, we are pretending, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this was really a big problem, we wouldn't be in Vegas right now.
Mm-mm.
Just hanging out.
No.
With all these people around us.
I mean, it was all closed down initially, and then the act is up, Like,
yeah.
Stop playing.
If this was really a big problem, things wouldn't be open like this, We wouldn't be acting like this. Yeah. We're all just kind of pretending.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Anyways, we got really conspiratorial there at the end. Just had to sneak it in.
Just had to look into it.
I told that to my mom. I can't remember what she was saying, but I just told her some kind of conspiracy type thing. I can't remember what I said, but I was like, look into it, and just started giggling to myself. Like I just said an inside joke that no one even understands what I just said.
You started laughing. That's funny.
Yeah. Everyone was like, what? Okay, yeah, I think that's it. We're good.
Sweet.
Sorry we didn't have more substance to this. We'll get back on the topics.
Yeah,
I'm gonna prepare something, and we'll have like an actual legit topic to talk about next time. But yeah, that's it. Performance Academy. This has been Zach
and Josh.
Peace out.
Right. Nice.
All right, fantastic.
What's going on here? Oh, did I not?
Did you not stop?